Hello, it's Normal Player Guy, welcome, and I've got a great video. We're going to test out Android 17, and we have to test him out in Cell Max. Nothing really up for it, really, because he has to be at this level because he's quite powerful. So we'll jump into it, and I'll tell you a bit about him along the way. So obviously, this is one of the most hardest events, if not the most hardest event going, especially for Global. So, a bit about him. So, Android 17, Mvp17 from the Tournament of Power. He's on a lot of good teams like Battle of Wits and superheroes like we are on now, but he's also on like Final Chum, Rep 7 and Tournament of Power. And he's also on Androids and Sibling Bonds. So, that's really all great. But a bit about this guy. So, he has 100, so he's now, what is he, a 170% for the Androids, and he has 120% at the start of turn with an extra 120% attack when performing a super attack, but he gets additional defense of 17% up to 50 with every attack received. Well, that's not so bad because he has 17% damage reduction. Now, he also flat out gives all allies 3 key 60% defense, and we'll see these numbers in a little moment. 60% defense, and that's flat out. Now, if you fall below 77% HP, you'll gain an additional 40% damage reduction, and all allies get an additional 17% defense, which means they get 77% defense in 3 keys. Ridiculous. So off the bat, we are giving the likes of this Rainbow LR Piccolo and this God Goku, who has at least one dupe in him. He's at 200k, with Rainbow Piccolo coming at 357 before they've done anything, and Android 17 is coming in at 163. Now, he gives himself 30% on super attack, and he greatly lowers attack and defense as well, so that's great. So we're going to, let's test out his damage reduction, so we're going to want to do that. Who's his best partner? Okay, so we're going to be getting Fierce Battle and Solid Support, that's great. So we want to build up this defense now, because this is a very tricky fight, and it's only going to get harder. So a lot of this team we are running is the superheroes and Battle of Wits. Specifically, this is a superhero build with LR Orange Piccolo, Power Awakened Piccolo as the foreman and the guest. Okay, a great dodge there. I don't know how, he has no dodge built in, but that's great that he's dodged an attack. Bit of a shame though, because I'd like to have seen how much it is going into this, but it probably wouldn't have been that much. Oh Jesus, yeah, Piccolo. So Piccolo, you keep forgetting, he has a bonus to attack of about 210% because he's part of the particular categories which deal bonus damage to this guy. Again, we're not strictly doing this for winning, I just need to showcase how 17 can be great. There's a lot of great units on here, all of which are quintessential in their own teams. But yes, and this team is quite heavily stacked, but again, this is a difficult game. This is a difficult event. And the problem is, 17, while he has an Android, he has some Tournament of Power links, which is great, but he has some Android links in there, and there's no solid Android team partner to back him up on. Okay, right, so we're probably... See all these group attacks? Now, if he opens up with a super, that's pretty gnarly, but I really do want to get these guys stacking up because they are going to take damage. Mind you, they do have guard, that being said. So we'll do this. We'll float off God Goku, because God Goku, we all seen what he can do, and this isn't about him. So we'll do this. Okay, that's perfect, that's 24 key. We're going to get the additional, we'll do this, that's 2 Rainbow Orbs, so you're looking pretty solid. These guys, they're immortal, even though they're type disadvantage, right? It's going to be great. So he's going to be tech at the final phase, and this will allow us to see what a type neutral looks like. Now, more importantly, even if he fails here, I mean, I'm expecting him to do fairly well, because he's going to have 17% damage reduction, then he's probably going to get the additional 40. So he himself is sitting on 57% damage reduction, whilst raising stats, and he's not doing too bad for defense because he sits at around 160k, so that's not too bad. You get 30% on top of that, so around 40k, 40 something k, so you are touching 200k with damage reduction. Maybe at the final phase of Cell, not great. Okay, this is kinda what I was hoping to avoid. Okay, that wasn't so bad. They had guard, they didn't have that guard, no. That being said, though, to be fair, the first 2 phases of this, most people by now should be able to blitz. It's the 3rd phase, which is ridiculous. They dial it up to 12, not just 11. It's mad. But it's a shame that he hasn't got a fantastic amount of partners to work with. Yeah, the Android team's better, but I couldn't run the Android team on this. Okay, brilliant. I'm going to allow him to build up. Now, we took one of those attacks, so he's now up to a solid 219%, so he's not even fully built. So we'll do this. He gets no additional per key or mechanic kind of deal, so unless he gets support from somebody else, that's just not going to happen, right? So that 219k is pretty good. He's going to be fully built up probably at the end of this attack, and then he gets 30% on his super. Honestly, he's looking pretty great. Yeah, so he builds up to 50% defense from every attack received, or up to 17% all the way through. So he needs 3 attacks basically, so he's probably fully built up by now. So next turn he's going to be looking rather jazzy indeed. So we'll see how this works out. Obviously tanking these shots, really nice. 5.9 million, it's definitely better than the 3 million that he just did on the previous one. So 5.9 million, that's pretty strong. For a unit who's given 3 key 60% defense, that's just flat out before he gives the additional 17%. That's actually really good. So yeah. So here's Piccolo just going to proceed to just whoop his bum. Because yes, and cells get, yep, okay, additional? No. Alright, well, just time to show how great Piccolo is with this. Remember, Piccolo is one of the people who have an advantage when it comes to this event only in attack, not in defense. And of course, Piccolo comes alive with Bond of Master and Disciple, which the other guest is. Alright, so now we enter the tricky phase. We do have God Goku on this, so he has a 50% chance to dodge and crit, etc, etc. We will transform, because we need these guys to really get their 18 key, because they stun the next action, and of course they massively raise defense, and then of course they're guaranteed an additional super, which will greatly raise, and even then they're going to get killed. But they're still useful in this, right? This is where they shine, perhaps better than the other 7th anniversary units, because Rainbow Orbs make them dodge. Right, let's see. I'm going to do this. This is better. So what, 291, 245, 206. These will link up better with them here in the middle. Much better. We will give you... So we want Rainbow Orbs. But more importantly, we want an 18 key. So we'll do that. We'll give you the 18 key. We cannot... Oh, we can just about get you an 18 key. Their defense is 206. It'll go to 412 and then addition. So we're probably fine. Full health, we're going in fine. And remember, any one of these, you could get 3 key and 60% defense. Now that 3 key would easily have guaranteed any one of these an 18 key super attack, especially the first unit there, and 60% defense, that's no joke. That pushes a lot of these way closer to 300k, if not over. 7 million, Jesus Christ. I'm not kidding, 7 million. This guy is awesome. And you know what? He's going to dodge. Wow, he's taking damage. And he dodges the super attack. Clutch, guy's a goat. Because we would have died right there, which is a shame, because I need 17 to start taking hits on this guy, because we need to see how this damage reduction kicks in. Brilliant, and whoa, we're dead. Oh, we dodge. Wow, the clutch. They had no rainbow orbs in there. Was that a 3 dodge? I believe there was no dodge. Okay, I must have got a rainbow orb in there. Okay, perfect. Right, we're going to use it. Interesting. Watch this. So we are way under 77% HP. He now has 40% damage reduction on top of his 17%. So he's now getting 57% damage reduction. He is fully built up and he's giving everyone 77% defense. What are we looking at? Dude, Piccolo is on 769%. That's like the 77% defense is more effective than using the Android 8, which gives you 50%. That is ridiculous. if it wasn't for the, I mean, otherwise he'd be sitting on still an impressive like 500k, maybe just a shade under 500k. It's impressive. Goku doesn't need his defense, but he's coming in prior to his super attack. So we're going to pop a Sensu. So look, we're going to have 185 and 769. We will pop this, and then we'll see what their defense is now we're at full. So, so here you go. So now I can prove that it's start off turn, because we now have full health and they're still maintaining it. So now I can actually prove on video that if you fall below 77% HP at the start of the turn, you maintain the addition even if you hold up. Okay, so perfect. We know Goku is going to be fine. Android 17 is going to be taking tremendous hits. Again, Android Assault Infinite Energy, Twin Terrors is going to be very difficult to get, but nonetheless we're getting shocking, Solid Support and Fierce Battle. We'll give you the 2 rainbow ones. We will give you all of them, and we'll give Piccolo all of these. Perfect. This is a primo thing to do. So, okay, we've managed to figure out a great unique perk of his passive. We're able to see that he's fully built up and he's on quite a lot of just over 200k defense, which is really, really nice, especially with his damage reduction entering at the start of the turn. So that's really, really nice. So let's see how he fares. There's one thing we can test then, is we know that the additional 77% defense is guaranteed if you fall below. Still 5.9 million, 30% defense on top of that. So that's still a 5.9 million, raising attack and defense by 30%, so that's really nice. What we need to know is, does he maintain the additional damage reduction? And lol, he's, beautiful, don't dodge it. But I think he's still got his, it. Whoa, no he didn't, But then again, okay, so we tanked that. Quite nice, okay? I say that, there are far worse units, well, I say worse, there are far better units who have type advantage which get slaughtered. For him, that was a lot of damage. Taking 560k just goes to show that the 200% leads are hugely necessary. But wow, that was ridiculous. He took that fairly well. Like normals, he's a champ. Now, I don't think he had his 57% damage reduction kicking in because we did heal. So what we can figure out from that is he maintains to give the 77% 3 key, but he doesn't have his damage reduction, just has his 17%. So had we have taken that super attack without using a Sensu Beam before, it probably would have killed us, but we would have taken less damage. So at the end of it, it's like, the only thing that's slowing him down is bosses like this. We could use a Sensu, because we could easily survive this round. So I'm probably going to use a Sensu, heal up, and we should be fine then. There's no need to pop any of these active skills, because, we want to see how it is. We're not interested in winning this, but yeah, okay, so we'll do that's a nice 18 key, but yes. Yes, so what a good thing about helping him out, especially on teams where you could legitimately rock him as a fantastic support is, so he has only 120% at the start of turn, but he gives himself 3 key, which is, this would be next to nothing, because we have an absurd amount of defense, and we just died by 900,000, fantastic, straight away wipe, wow. Alright, well, the point remains, you gotta love this event, some units can tank, some can't. Alright, well the point remains as we end this video then. So he's great. He's limited on teams that you can do. It seems to go that only the toughest events like this can take him out. He's still a fantastic unit. He gives himself 3 key, which means you can use him on teams like this where he doesn't really have a solid partner. He's still capable of putting out 5.9 million, 6 million, right? He's still capable of putting out 6 million. Still raises defense, lowers attack and defense, which would be great for some events that you can use that on. He's going to help out a lot of teams. I should be able to jump back into another difficult event that is with androids to see how he truly helps them out. Maybe something along the lines of like the LR cells, for example, because they can really, really help out on there. Obviously, that's probably going to be his better situation, but Altogether, his damage reduction, the fact that he has some legitimate stats and he can give great, that's what is going to be great. So yeah, that's Android 17. Here's MVP17. He took half the damage that LR Piccolo has, who is made for this event. Let that speak wonders. He had half the defense and he took half the damage, and he's a fantastic support, if not one of the best. So I think that speaks volumes for him, and it's laughable you get taken out at an event like this, where this unit is legitimately the weakest person on here, and he's by far one of defensively the strongest. It's insane. But thank you very much for watching. I am going to test him out on a red zone stage with androids to see how he fares. I'll see you all on that video. Thank you for watching this hilarious video. I'll see you all next time. Thank you, and bye bye.